Hey, welcome to Chair Yoga with me. My name is Jay MacDonald. I designed this chair sequence for you to be able to do at the office or at home. Just whenever you want to hit a little reset button in your mind and your body, just take a few minutes for yourself. Self-care is really important, so make sure that you take that time for yourself, even if it's just 30 minutes. Some is better than none. So I want you to think about setting a mood before we start. If you're at your office and you can turn down fluorescent lights, close your office door, turn off your phone. Just take the time to set a mood for yourself so that you're really kind of ready to do a little practice. And the main thing is that you're kind of focused in on the video, my voice, maybe some essential oil, some lavender. Just try to set the mood for yourself as much as you can. So we're going to get started. I want you sitting comfortably on your chair. You can scoot your hips up against the back if you like. You can sit forward. The main thing is to follow the natural curves in your spine. So make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, nice long spine, and that you feel like it's a comfortable position that you could stay there for a little bit of time. Make sure that your knees are at least at your hips or even a little bit lower. You don't want your knees too high. So see if you can adjust your chair or make it comfortable for you. Even little adjustments make a big difference. So once you get situated in your chair, hopefully you've set your mood and you're ready to go. I want you to close your eyes. And once you've closed your eyes, just take a few breaths and focus in on your breath and your body. Allow your breath to start at the base of your spine and move up the spine, all the way up to the top of the head. And see if you can imagine just energetically you're extending with that breath all the way up the spine, creating a little bit of space between each vertebra. So you're getting that extension, that subtle lengthening with your inhale. And on your exhale, I want you to think about softening and relaxing tension in the body. So see if you can relax the muscles of the face, relax the jaw, the shoulders. Just think about dissolving tension, holding, gripping with each exhale. So each breath, you're peeling away another layer, another level of tension and stress in your body, in your mind. And just take a few breaths like that, letting go of the pace of life outside, the space you're in, the rushing, the hurrying, the starting to give your mind and your body the message to slow down. And you're setting a tone with your breath. Start to allow your feet to feel heavy, like gravity. Start to ground you through the feet, the tailbone. Nice, easy inhales and exhales. Starting to do a little scan of your body from the toes to the top of the head. Just checking in with your body on a physical level. Notice how you're feeling physically today. If there are any places that you want to take care of, maybe back off a little bit. Always listening to your body. If anything doesn't feel good, then just skip it. You don't have to do it. And then I want you to scan your body on an energetic level. Just notice how your energy is today. And you're not deciding if it's good or bad, right or wrong. You're just checking in and noticing, observing, without judging or criticizing. And once you've finished your little energetic scan in your body, I want you to kind of check in with your mind and see if you can bring your mind into the space. I know your body's here. See if you can really bring your mind in and connect in with your breath. It helps to give your mind something to do instead of just saying, be quiet, don't do anything. So I want you to really start to focus in on your breath, the inhale and the exhale. And see if your mind can sort of, imagine your mind is kind of following the inhale and the exhale. Creating that space in your breath, just like you created it in your spine. Without a huge effort. It's more of an undoing and an unwinding than a big effort, a big strain to make your breath fit into a certain pattern. And I want you to keep the focus in on your breath and your body during the whole class, keeping that connection between the two. Your breath is always driving your movement, not the other way around. You're using your yoga poses and your yoga breathing to get into the body, not the other way around. You're not using your body to get into a pose or into the breath. And on your next inhale, I want you to slowly turn the hands over wherever they are. And just let the fingers relax for a minute. Just let the hands feel heavy, resting on the thighs. Palms turned up, fingers nice and soft. And then I want you to take an inhale and stretch out the fingers, open up the hand, make the hand as big as you can. And then exhale, squeeze the fingers in and thumbs on the outside for a little, making a fist, a little squeeze in the hand. And we're gonna do that a couple more times. So inhale, open up. And exhale, squeeze, thumb on the outside. And one more time, inhale, open. Exhale and squeeze. And next time I want you to inhale, open up the hands, lift the hands off of the legs, and then just slowly move into some easy little wrist circles, just circling the wrists around, maybe 3 times, 4 times one direction, and then change that direction. Just easy little warm-up circles for the wrists and the hands. And then I want you to come back to center and make that fist again and try to do some circles with your hands in a fist. Just same easy wrist circles, you're just changing the position of the fingers. Maybe 2 or 3 times one way and then reverse. 2 or 3 times the other way. And then go ahead and come back to center and release those fingers and just wiggle your fingers a few times, wiggling out those fingers. And I want you to take the pointer finger and the thumb and just rub the thumb and the fingertip together. And then do each finger. Thumb gently rubs the fingertip, sort of really noticing that sensation in the fingers, balancing the elements that we have in our fingertips. And then when you're done with that, just go ahead and bring all the fingertips in together and just gently touch all the fingertips to your thumbs. Just hold that for a few breaths. Thinking about sealing in some energy, keeping some of your efforts back for yourself. We tend to give a lot of ourselves away, and so I want you to think about keeping something back for yourself. A little bit of self-love, self-care. And then take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, release those fingers. Again, wiggle them out again. So now I want you to take your hands back to your legs and have the palms up and just let the arms relax there. So the arms, the hands are relaxing, the shoulders are relaxed down away from the neck. You're just kind of parking your hands on your legs. And then from here, still keeping that nice long, tall spine, you're gonna release the chin forward towards the collarbones. Just relax the head forward. Just gently letting the weight of the head stretch out, open up the back of the neck and the back. And then from here, on your inhale, I want you to slowly roll your ear towards one shoulder. And then from here, on your exhale, you're going to slowly roll your head through center over to the opposite side. And I want you to do this a few more times and keep your head moving really slowly and mindfully. Imagine that your head weighs 1,000 pounds and you have to move so slow because your head is so heavy. And I want you to really notice where you feel extra tension in your neck. So for example, if you feel a little more tension on one side, hold that side for a few extra breaths. Hold that, breathe into that spot. And then when you're ready, on your breath, you move over to the other side. You can lift the chin a little bit and look up at the ceiling if it feels okay on your neck, stretching underneath the front of the chin, that muscle that gets tied along the front of the neck. The SCM, the sternocleidomastoid, which, since we're always looking forward and down, that muscle tends to be really tight. So we're taking your time. You can close your eyes here if you want to dial into sensation. Just really noticing how this feels for you. Next time you come through center, I want you to hold it here. And slowly on your inhale, bring your head back up to center. Release your hands by your sides, and I want you to do some easy little shoulder circles. Inhale, roll them forward and up. And exhale, release the shoulders all the way down the back. 2 more times. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. And exhale, release the shoulders down. And 1 more time. Inhale, roll them forward and up. And with your exhale, relax them all the way down the back. And just let your shoulders kind of relax, feeling heavy through the arms, through the fingers. We're going to lean side to side a few times. So I want you to just gently let your shoulder and your hand dip to one side. And just lean as far as is comfortable for you. You can always brace yourself by holding onto the side of the chair. And then slowly inhale through center and exhale, leaning over to the opposite side. So just take your time, moving from side to side. If you want to lean a little bit further, you can. If you want to bring one hand up and reach it up to the sky, to the ceiling, you can do that. So you're just opening up, easy, lazy little circles with the wrist, if you like, while you're reaching up. Or you can just reach the fingers up to the ceiling. Either way is fine. Just take your time, matching your movement to your breath. And making sure that you're not crunching through the neck and the shoulder. So allow the shoulder and the neck to have some space as you lean from side to side. We're going to do 1 more time each side. You can look at your hand, you can look straight ahead, you can look at the floor. It doesn't matter where your gaze is. And next time you come through center, I want you to hold it here. Just relax those hands back to your legs, palms down, palms up. And just close your eyes and just check in with your body. Notice how you feel moving from side to side, how that made you feel. Always kind of checking in with your body between stretches to notice how it makes you feel. A couple little reset breaths, feeling that energy moving through the shoulders, through the arms, the hands all the way down. And we're going to do an easy little half twist or whole twist here before we move into our little Shavasana. So I want you to take your right hand across to the left knee. You can grab the side of the chair and just look to the side if you don't want to move into a full twist. If you have any issues with bone density, osteoporosis. If not, you can reach the hand across the back of the chair and turn and look behind you. Inhaling, always going for that extension in the spine before you turn and look behind you. Just a couple easy breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling for a little bit more length. And exhaling, see if you can invite a little bit more movement into the spine. And when you're ready, after your next exhale, slowly turn and come back towards the front. And we're going to move right to the other side. Opposite hand comes across. Remember, grabbing the side of the chair. Inhaling, making that spine nice and long. Looking across that shoulder to the side. Or drape the arm across the back of the chair and turn to look behind you. Remember, you can always inhale, getting a little bit taller and longer in the spine. And the exhale is where you see if you can invite a little more movement into that half or whole twist. And when you're ready, after your next exhale, you're going to slowly come towards the front again, facing forward. Just take a couple of breaths. Notice how you feel after those easy little twists in the spine. And then we're going to move into a little meditation sequence, breath sequence at the end. And I want you to try to take a few minutes of Shavasana at the end. It's really important that you give yourself that little reward at the end of class. So don't skip that part. That's a really important part. It's the best part, actually. So don't skip that part at the end of your little chair sequence. So I want you to get comfortable again in the chair. You can always have a pillow behind your back. You can lean into the back of the chair. You can come forward. It's really however you're comfortable. But I want you to take the time to get comfortable enough so where you want to stay where you are for a little bit of time. So once you get situated, I want you to close your eyes, focus back in on your breath, your body. And you're gonna start at the number 10 and count backward from 10. One full inhale and one full exhale is one count. And I want you to each breath count backwards from 10. And be honest with yourself. If you your mind drifts off, you start to lose where you are in the count, go back to 10 and start over. And when you get all the way to 0, that's when your Shavasana begins. So I want you to take the time. We're gonna play a little bit of soft music at the end to set the mood for you. So when you're done with your count, that's when your Shavasana begins. So take the time to really spend that little restore, reset in the mind, the body, and the spirit at the end, so that you'll finish the sequence, we hope, feel a little bit more refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to face the rest of your day. So thanks for joining us for our little chair yoga sequence today. I hope you liked it, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks.